just while cooking, this is what I see in my backyard. It's great. There's one. And there's the other. And this is the screen that you see. You see it fuzzy. It's my window screen. I think he saw me. Yep, he definitely saw me, but he doesn't care. Because whatever it is he's eating must taste really good. Unreal. They think no one's home. And this is probably what they do every day. Hi. Hi. I think he heard the neighbor. The neighbor is out. This is probably what they do every single day while I'm at work. Just come and eat my grass. Which is great. Just less for me to cut. Awesome. So cute. Don't eat those plants, buddy. Don't eat my flowers. What a cute little fellow. Hi. Uh-oh. He's saying, oh, I think it's time to go. We're not alone. But this stuff is good. Let me get some before I leave. Look. And the baby just doesn't care. Baby's just eating. They're so hungry. I just wanted to capture this on video before the cats jump on the windowsill and scare them away. And here's a cat next to me now. So cute. Enjoy. Back, family, and happy Saturday. Today I will be sharing a recipe with you all, and it's codfish stew. I'm going to show you how I make codfish stew. And you can make it with any type of side that that you prefer, such as rice, which is what I usually make it with, or potato, whatever suits you. So this is usually what I purchased to make this, and these are pollock fillets. And then what I'll do is that I'll open the packets, and then I'll fill a big pot like this with water, and I will let it boil for a while. I'll let you know exactly how long. It's just to take all of that salt out of it, because codfish can be extremely salty. So I boil it for about an hour or so, and I'll just keep changing the water in between, and then I'll show you what I add to it once that process is finished. All right, so I will be right back. So this is what it looks like once it's all been drained. So I boiled it for about an hour, changed the water like 2 or 3 times, and now I'm going to transfer this into the pan with some other ingredients. Okay, I'll show you in a bit. What I did was I poured the oil in the pan, and then this is the tomato sauce that I'm using, and the one that I usually use, but you can use whatever tomato sauce suits you. So I'll be using 1 can of this. Put that in the pan. That's in the pan. Then you want to start throwing in your condiments. So this is one of the condiments that I always use when cooking certain foods. And this is sofrito. And this is just a combination of onion, green peppers, a lot of things like that combined all into one. So I'll put about a spoonful of that, and I mean a cooking spoon. I don't mean a tablespoon or a teaspoon. I'll put about a cooking spoon of that, and then garlic powder and all the rest of the condiments, whatever condiments you usually cook with or whatever you like. All right, so I'll show you that in a bit. This is what it looks like, and this is with the sofrito, and yes, that is a staple in Spanish cooking, sofrito. My mom and my grandma, they, you know, always made theirs fresh, but I also know how to make it fresh because they taught me, but because I am lazy, I usually buy the frozen kind because I don't make the time to make it, but I do know how to make it. So what I've put in here is that, some onion powder, garlic powder. I did put some Himalayan salt, and that's the only salt that I use. I did add some salt because you have taken all the salt out of the fish, so you still want it to have some flavor. So I put some salt in it, and then I also added a little bit of Mrs. Dash, and this is the kind that I used. This is the original, and these are the condiments that I used. So I put a little bit of that. Now I'm going to throw in some onion, some white onion that I have chopped up, and some pieces of potato in it. I also usually add red and green pepper, but I forgot to purchase some at the market, so I don't have any. So this will do. So I'm going to put this in the pan now and then let that simmer. I have to tell you that this is the oil that I use. I don't use corn oil or any of that other type of oil, and I rarely use olive oil now as well. After doing some research, but that's just me. I mean, it's completely up to you, but I do use grapeseed oil, so that's what is in the pan. After giving it a good stir, that's what it should look like. Now I'm going to break up the fish into pieces and throw that in the pan and give that another good stir and add some water. So this is what it looks like after you've broken it up. Now you can shred this, well, after you've shredded it. You can shred this even finer, but I like leaving pieces of, I like leaving chunky pieces for a good bite. And everyone here likes that as well. So I'll just throw this in a pan now and add some water. That's what that looks like. I also failed to mention that a lot of the times I also will just throw in a dab of vinegar just to give it that extra kick. So you can pour a little bit of white vinegar into that as well. So that's all mixed up. Now I'll just cover it and just let it simmer. Pretty much what it ends up looking like. So, goodness. Oh, it's fogging up the camera. Delicious.